Hello, everybody. I have been just so busy. A little story time. Oh, that hits the spot. I went to go get a massage yesterday, and I just wanted just to relax. Just guys love. Guys know I love the spa. So anyways, I'm about to lay down. My hair looks crazy. So, anyways, I was laying on the bed, the little massage bed or whatever. And I've been to this. I frequent this place several times. You know what I mean? They know me by my voice. She's like, "Oh, I know you. I know you." And it is a different one than I normally used to go to. I used to have this membership to this spa that was really nice, but then they started like giving me little weird vibes, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna come here no more. Customer service went down, right? So you ain't getting my money. So then I started going to this other place, and I would like just kind of here and there, just kind of filling out. You're trying to want to fill out to see if they're good with their massages. Very small Asian women, very good with their massages, very petite, very down to earth. Some of them didn't speak English well, which is fine or whatever. So I guess they brought a new lady in, and she was Asian. She's a little taller or whatever. And so she was like, and normally she would just take my payment, but I didn't know she did massages, right? So I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? They could go ahead and do the massages today. A little bit more hands-on when they do their massage. If you guys are really into massage, you can get Swedish massage. You can get lymphatic massage, which is much more like light, just like trying to like push the fluid through, or you can get deep tissue. And I like to do a combination of all three, or I normally do, one or of each or whatever. So this time I wanted deep tissue mixed with the Swedish and the lymphatic, which just feels so great. And a lot of times I'll get into their sauna as well, right? I didn't have time to get in the sauna this time because I wanted a longer massage. So while I'm getting this massage, the lady is, they're a little bit more comfortable with the naked body, right? So they do a different technique. They put a heated towel over you, and they massage you through the towel first to loosen the muscles up, which is a great technique, right? I've never had this technique of massage done before, which is great, right? That's why I like the place. And so I'm just sitting there, just relaxing, just like, okay, Calgon, take me away, right? One thing I noticed they didn't have that I really didn't like. You guys know I'm a very big music person, right? I'm not a musician, I'm a poetess, but I love music, love music, okay? So I brought my own music, my own little spa music. I let it play. She don't care. She's just sitting there. So I'm like, okay, I'm just sitting there like this. She's massaging me. I'm just sitting there. And I noticed she's like, okay, I'm going to do your lower back. So they really work on the tailbone a lot, which is great. Now, something different that they do there is they massage your ass. Which is, normally they get to the tailbone, like this area. And I'm like, okay, little tailbone. This lady pulled the towel. Normally you're supposed to have a little sheet on you. They use like these little warm towels. She pulled the towel down, and I was like, okay, I'm sitting there laying there. And so they like to stretch you too. So I'm laying there. She's stretching my legs, and I guess she's thinking, oh, you a big girl. I did not know you was this flexible. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting up there like, yeah, girl, you know what I'm saying? Don't let the size fool you, honey, okay? I'm sitting there, and she's stretching my calves and stretching my quadriceps and pushing it up. And I'm like, okay. And she's like really pushing at it. I guess she was thinking like I was going to be like, ow, ow, ow. I'm just sitting there laying down there just happy that it's quiet. Because you guys know I got a lot of kids. The house be loud, stuff like that. I talk all day. So I'm just like, I don't care what you're doing. You know what I mean? That don't bother me. So she pulled the thing down, and so she started massaging my butt. And I'm like, okay. Like, all right. Because sometimes they might do that. It is a muscle. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my lower back was a little tight because I do a lot of, strength training and a lot of walking and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, she massaging my, but then she goes to the inner. This is your butt. Okay. It's your butt. Let me see if I can get, let me see if I can do. I'm laying there. Now imagine I'm laying there, my butt like this. Okay. So she massaging, let me show you, story time, okay? She's massaging like here, right? Okay, I'm like, okay, because right here, that's your psoas muscle, right? Not like sew your ass, like, no, it's a psoas muscle that wraps around. And a lot of times people don't know the tightness of that could cause lower back pain, which like I said, I do yoga, I do Pilates, I stretch a lot. So it might have been a little tight, but it wasn't as tight as most. So I'm like, okay, she's working on my psoas muscle, right? Remember, this is my butt, okay, my ass. My caboose, my little booty community. And then she go like this. I'm like, I didn't jump. I'm like, okay, maybe this little technique or whatever. And she kept doing that. And I'm like, girl, this is my, like, you up in the man. And she down here near, like, this is my tailbone here. Imagine my back, my tailbone. Of course, my butt ain't this long, but you get, let me turn it this way. Okay, yeah, that's more realistic. She right here, and then she kept going like this. And she touched my cooch, like my punani, you know, she touched it like several times, and I was like, okay. So I guess she was thinking like, okay, I'm thinking maybe her hand just slipped because it's oil, and then we got some, you know, some lotion and stuff. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So then she's like, okay, you know, they have you flip over. So now I'm flipped over, okay? Now my butt down here. Now, imagine this is my breast. So now my head is here. Now I'm like, okay, this lady is this girl, your techniques, and I've been going to the spa since I was 16, okay? My mom got me interested in going to the spas. I'm from Detroit. You guys know I'm very proudly said that several times. And we used to go to the spa in Grosse Pointe. So I've been going to the spas, wellness spas, getting colonics and facials and body wraps since I was 16, okay? Because I've been working since I was 14, so it's not a problem. You know what I mean? That's something that my mother just showed me, and it's something I just stayed with all these years. I love it, okay? I love a good pedicure, good manicure, but I really love me some massage. I love massages. So I'm like, okay. That was kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? So then she started with which, you know, you have pectoral muscles here, right? I get it. And then, you know, your shoulders right here can be really tight. By me being so busty, the reason you keep hearing me explain this, because this is what I'm explaining to myself in my head. By, you know, a woman that's been getting massages for over 20 years, okay? Over 20 years I've been getting massages. So I'm like, okay, you know, I know this right here by me being busty. Sometimes I can kind of hunch over. You know, the massage helps to loosen the muscles for your posture and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, but then she kind of going down, you know, down. You know, I'm like, okay, she working up. And I'm laying her like this just, so I guess she was just so surprised that I wasn't doing anything. But I was just like, oh, okay, you know, the weird little thing. And then when I left out of there, she said, oh, you have a nice day. I said, okay, thank you, girl. See you later, girl. So that was an interesting massage, okay? She cool and everything, but hey, I ain't going up in there for that. I don't know, this massage parlor, this is one of those type of massage parlors, you know, one of them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't judging nobody, but anyways, that was strange, okay? She actually did a very good job. Her techniques, besides that little weird stuff, was very, very good. It was very odd. And like her lymphatic, I like the way she actually switched hers up. Because majority of the time when I go to the other place, they'll let you know, okay, I'm doing deep tissue and I'm about to go to the Swedish. They'll tell you. Where she was actually working with deep tissue, then she'll do Swedish, then she'll do lymphatic. And if anybody got a lymphatic massage, it feels like nothing. Like somebody's just rubbing lotion on you. But what it's doing is it's moving fluids and stuff. It just feels so great and it feels so wonderful. It just depuffs you and it just makes you feel great. You drink a lot of water afterwards. It's great for detoxing and stuff like that. So I was, you know, satisfied with her technique other than the other stuff. I'm like, girl, what is you doing, girl? What is you doing, girl? I'm not no young little thing that you squambling around, you know, like, girl, what is you? So she was a little touchy-feely, but I've only had a massage like that literally one time before, and I'm not over-exaggerating. The other place I used to go to, it was this guy, all of the Caucasian women was like, oh my God, you have to go to him. You're going to love him. And I'm like, oh, okay. It was one of the places, you know how they have like those little chain of massage places? And I was always going to the one in my house. I liked it. That's where I, you know, signed up at. So I said, I'm gonna try this other little place. So I got dropped off. I went up there. And the guy, you know, he was dark skinned, you know, bald head. And, you know, he was nice looking. But I don't go up in there with those feelings for those people. I'm thinking, you are performing a service, you know, you do well, you're very nice and courteous, you don't talk too much, you know, you do your job, I can tell the right techniques, I'm going to give you a good tip, you know, or whatever, you know, whatever I can, a little $10, a little, little $15, a little $20, that's as high as I'm going, okay, or unless it's real good. So he was very touchy-feely like that, very touchy-feely. He was asking me, do I date? And I was like, no, I ain't really been into dating. Oh, you had behind your kids. Like, he was trying to do this little, like, Jedi mind trick thing, you know, and by him being really chocolate, he had clear skin, you know, nice looking man or whatever. I guess, you know, the Caucasian woman was wild. Like, he's just so great. He was a little overly sexual with his thing. I never went back to see him. Am I approved? Like, girl, you approved of stuff? No, I'm not. It's just that, you know, it's like when you go to get a pedicure, you don't want nobody. Like, I feel like freak massages is only for when I'm with my man. Now, them type of massages is just great as well, you know, because you get a nice happy ending at the end because that's your man. But I'm not going to the massage parlor for no happy ending. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? So that was the second experience. And the funny thing is, it was a woman. That's why I was like, girl, and I've had massages done by women several times, you know what I mean, tons of times. even by, women that you could tell that they were like masculine lesbian women, and they was very professional. And I think they were overly professional because you could tell by their appearance and stuff, and women would be kind of leery of them. So, but this lady was, I mean, she was so unassuming. I would have never have thought, like, girl, what is you doing? You act like I'm some type of 21, 25-year old, 36, 24, 30. I'm not saying that I'm ugly. I know that I'm a nice looking woman. I'm just saying I didn't think like 40 plus. Like, girl, what is you doing? What you doing, girl? Well, not 40 plus yet. They don't. But you get what I mean. In my 40, like, what are you doing? Like, what was you? And I'm comfortable with my body. So I was just like, okay, well, she ain't going too far now. Don't go too far. But that was, she just surprised the crap out of me. Very unassuming. I was just confused. I was just like, when she, first did it, I said, okay, maybe she made a mistake, but then she kept with her thumb like grazing my lips. Like she was massaging there, and I was like, girl, what is you doing? If this was a man, that was my man and stuff like that, that'd be nice, relaxing and stuff like that. But girl, what? No, that's not, what are you doing? So, anyways, next time I'm going to go up there, I know they don't speak good. I'm going to say, no, I don't want her. I don't want her. I want her. Because there's one I'd like to go up there. She's really small, but her hands are very strong. And she's really good with my calf muscles, which I really enjoy in my feet. I noticed a lot of massage therapists lately, they really avoid, like, I'm not the only person to say, they avoid your feet a lot. They avoid your feet and they avoid your hands, which those have a lot of, pressure points in them, and, acupuncture and stuff like that, and acupressure and stuff like that. They have a lot of acupressure points up in there that is beneficial for your whole body. You know what I mean? So I'll let you guys know what's going on the next spa I go to. I've been trying out different kinds. She's nice and stuff, but I might go to somewhere else. Like, girls, I don't know what you was doing. So they have a different one that's more of a luxury spa, okay, where the lady has a copper tub and all of the herbs that you would, take a bath, which I've never done that before either. Of course, at home, but at the place you take a bath before, like a nice soaking herbal bath. She grows all of her own herbs, which I adore that. And then they give you a body scrub. So, of course, when you go to these spas, you have to be comfortable with your body, which I am. Okay, and I like this little small one I went to with the Asian ladies because I normally they have a beautiful shower. It's a beautiful shower. I take a shower in there and it's steam shower. Then I get into their sauna and get my muscles nice and loosened. I either do that before or after, and then I can be a nice massage. It's just very relaxing. I fall asleep. I wake up. I don't really know where I'm at. I might get myself a little, they have a little Coney Island down there. I get myself a little Greek salad every time with some cottage cheese added to it. And then I come home and my kids be talking my head up and I just be looking at them like, and I'll tell them, I'm about to lay down, okay? Love you. So that was just relaxing for myself because I've been working out quite a bit and doing a lot of work. So take care of yourself, but just, watch out with these people, this touchy-feely stuff. That ain't for you. That ain't for you. What is you doing? What you doing? So I hope she got whatever she was looking for, but don't be doing that no more, whoever you. And I don't want to say no racial name for her, like they say Ling Ling, so I ain't gonna say that or whatever. But she was a nice lady. I did tip her, but next time I'm gonna say, hey, you get one pass because maybe you was confused or you was really trying to get into the muscles and stuff, and I get that. But don't be doing that no more. Okay, all right, peace.